temperatures, 60s. We eked out a couple of low 70s well inland, but yeah.
Hey, you. Wanna light a cigarette? Hey, you. Get back here.
Good afternoon. As I mentioned in the last class, today's class is going to be very exciting. Don't worry about all the biological terms up on the screen. I'll share the presentation with you after the class. This topic is very interesting because it is my area of expertise, my doctoral thesis, as a matter of fact. And it might very well be one of yours as budding forensic scientists. It will serve you well if you can grasp the underlying concept and understand this phenomenon really well. Shall we get started? As you can see, the skeletal muscle fibers are made up of thick filaments made up of a protein molecule called myosin, and a thin filament made up of a protein molecule called actin.
Your life on the line, you get to keep the cash. It's as simple as that.
We agreed to a 50-50 split, Steve.
I stuck my neck out back there. I sold the guy's luggage. I get to keep what's in it. I'm counting on this money, Ben. I could be in jail right now. Ben! I could be... You listening to me? You better be nice to me.
I know where you live.
is Officer Roy. We have a 187 on scene. I repeat, we have a 187 on scene. Please send backup. John, thanks for making here on such a short notice. Our victims are chained up. Unfortunately, no ID yet. But we're sending their fingerprints back to the precinct. Hopefully, we can get a lead on the suspect.
Any witnesses?
Unfortunately, no. Follow me. There's no cameras out in this construction zone.
You find a weapon yet?
Not yet. And to be honest, we don't really know what to make of these markings. That's why we called you in.
Good evening, John.
Hey. It's not a good evening for at least somebody here. What do we have here, Andy?
Signs of struggle, but no gunshot wounds or stab wounds. We're sweeping the scene now for evidence and fingerprints.
Great work as always, Andy. But look at the cutaneous aberrations on the neck region and the nail marks. I think you should get some samples from the victim's nails. She probably dug into the perp's skin while she was getting throttled. Most likely the cause of death, excuse me. I would say the likely cause of death is vagal inhibition. I can say that for sure once the Vic is back in the lab.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I gotta take this call. Sue, அதான் நான் கால் பண்ணியிருந்தேனே டெக்ஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தேன் கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி that I'll be lateன்னு அப்புறம் என்ன
Hey, நீ உடனே வீட்டுக்கு வாயேன். I'm going through the shivers, you know. There's this white lady right outside of our house. அவளை பார்க்கவே பயமா இருக்கு.
அவுட் சைட்னா டோருக்கு வெளியே வா தெளிவா சொல்லு.
No, 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 no. வீட்டுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்ல கார்ல உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்கா. இங்கேயே வாட்ச் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கா.
Come on, Sue. You had a long day. How do you know she's looking at you and not at somebody else?
Will you please listen and think like you would when you're at work? நான் இன்னைக்கு அவளை 2 தடவை பார்த்தேன். காலையில சப்வேல என்னை பார்த்து கத்தினா. அப்புறமா சாயங்காலம் வீட்டுக்கு வந்துட்டு இருக்கும்போது she was arguing with someone. கத்திட்டே எனக்கு படி போனா. அப்போ she was looking at me. என்னை பார்த்து உடச்சிட்டே போனா. நம்ம வீட்டு பக்கத்துல in between 4th and Cherry. அவ பக்கத்துல உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்கா. பட் இவதான் இங்கேயே பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கா.
Wait. This can be a coincidence. Maybe அவ யாருக்கோ வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கலாம். ஆர் நீ சொல்றத வச்சு பார்த்தா maybe she's had a rough day. இந்த எட்டி பார்க்குற வேலையெல்லாம் விட்டுட்டு போய் சாப்பிட. Or just go do your thing. Huh?
I'm scared. But now ஒரு முட்டாள், okay? I sense something really weird about her. ஏதோ பிளான் வச்சிருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு.
John, we need you back here.
Listen, Sue. I got to get back to this. நான் வரத்துக்கு இன்னும் 2 மணி நேரம் ஆகும். அதுக்குள்ள அவ காரை விட்டு வெளியே வந்து ஏதாவது ட்ரை பண்ணானா just call 911. Okay? Until then, just relax. Okay?
Gosh. ஏன் இங்கே? சரி, நான் கீழே போய் டின்னர் சாப்பிட்றேன். நீ சீக்கிரம் வாயேன். Jesus. யாரு நீ சைக்கோ?
Sue? Sue? Hello?
நான் இவளை 2 தடவை பார்த்தேன். I sense something really weird about her. ஏதோ பிளான் வச்சிருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு.
சூஸ் அவள் இன்னும் இருக்காளா அங்கே?
தெரியல. I just came downstairs. ஏன் கேட்குற?
இல்லை, I've been thinking, what you said sounds very weird. Can you quickly check and tell me what she's up to now?
She's right there, John. நான் பார்க்கறத அவ பார்த்துட்டா. I have a feeling she's going to do something.
Describe her. Age, அங்கே உட்காந்துட்டு என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா, பாடி பாஸ்டர், ஏதாவது சொல்லு.
பார்க்க 50 plus. Menacing. மிஸ்ரி பாட்டில் வர கேத்தி பேட்ஸ் மாதிரி இருக்கா. I'm not going to repeat this again. அவ கண்டிப்பா ஏதோ பிளான் வச்சிருக்கா. அவ கை கூட காஷ் ஜான், நான் அவளை மேல் பார்க்க போறதில்ல. நீ உடனே வாயே.
சூசன், do one thing. ஃபோனில் வீடியோ எடுத்து எனக்கு அனுப்பு இப்போவே.
Why? சரி, ஓகே. ஓகே, understood.
ஓகே, அவனை திரும்பி கூப்பிட்றேன்.
பார்க்க 50 plus. யார் நீ psycho? Will you please listen and think like you would when you're at work?
You got to embalm in order to preserve. This procedure has not been done correctly, and I suspect that the tissues have not been inspected up first hand. Stiff as a board. My God. Can't be.
John, நீ எங்க இருக்க?
அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் அங்கே தானே இருக்காங்க.
அங்கேதான், ஆனா I'm thinking of...
Okay, then they are probably waiting for someone.
What?
Okay, listen. நீ backyard வழியா வெளியே வந்துரு. Meet me at the end of the street. I'm going to drive past her house and then meet you there in 10 minutes.
Are you sure? But yeah.
இல்ல, I suspect something. And கவலைப்படாத. 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, John?
அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் இன்னும் வெளியே தான் இருக்காங்க. I just called 911. Let me call Sergeant Henry as well.
நீ முதல்ல என்கிட்ட சொல்லு. But let's just get it off here.
வரும்போது அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரையும் பார்த்துட்டு தான் வரேன். When actin and myosin molecules stick together, they stay that way until a third molecule, called adenosine triphosphate or ATP, bonds itself to the myosin and forces it to let go. This, of course, allows you to move your muscles. Your body uses the oxygen that you breathe to produce more ATP. But of course, that oxygen supply ends when death occurs. Now, when the thick and thin filaments are attached, they cannot slide away from each other. They stay like that. And without ATP, the muscles remain contracted permanently. Therefore, when a person dies, within a few hours, the body stiffens and is locked in place. This stiffening is what we call as rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. In forensic slang, we refer to it as stiff as a board.
What? She's dead?
Yes. இன்னொன்று கவனிச்சியா அவளோட கண்ணை பாரு. It's locked in place. அவளோட ரைட் ஹேண்டை பாரு. அந்த ஆள் உடம்ப டைட்டாக பிடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கு. Unmoved since the time you sent this video to me. Probably from the time he tried to.
You don't mean she was. உட்காந்துட்டு இருக்கா உயிரோட இருக்கிற மாதிரி. அது மட்டும் இல்லாம பெருச்சு போன மாதிரி ஒரு லுக்கு.
Exactly. Rigor mortis. Rigor mortis set alana, she would have dropped down like a bag of sand. And he would have probably escaped too.
You know what? All of this was my idea. Where the fuck would you be without me?
Do something with your life for once.
Really?
Yeah, it's your
Oh,
idea, but you
look
don't do
who's
anything. You just sit
talking!
there.
Oh God, you
Fucking
with a great
lazy piece
career.
of shit. You're
So sick of this shit! Well, I climb the fences, I break in, I fucking risk my neck for you. Are you fucking serious? I'm the one who does all the work. I can't believe this shit! You mooch me, and then you mock me, and you would be in a fucking homeless shelter if it wasn't for me!
You sit there like a fucking dog while I climb over fences to bring home.
I work my ass off too! You don't understand. You don't get it. I get half. I deserve half of it. No, you know what? No, I mooch. You're the one who started all this shit.
Rigor mortis typically sets in a few hours, but at times can happen instantaneously after death.
Damn it! Give you everything.
Especially, death is caused after violent struggle, which means faster loss of oxygen and ATP. This instant onset is also known as cadaveric spasm. Starting first with face and hands, the body goes stiff to take the exact same position it was in when the person died. It is quite fascinating to know that often you cannot even move a certain part of the body until the stiffness ceases. And that doesn't even start until bacterial decay occurs. Mother Nature quite has her ways, doesn't she?
Pick up the phone, Trent. Pick up your fucking phone. It's so busted.
In forensics of homicidal investigations, it is very important to embalm the body quickly, not just to preserve the body from decay, thus allowing for postmortem, but equally important to prevent rigor mortis from setting in.
Finally. What took you so long?
Oh, fucking traffic.
Trust me, you do not want to witness this.